ये मारिए बना वीडियो नॉर्मल मैम प्लीज थैंक यू सो मच आप दादा बैठो
हेलो कुनाल सर, सोहा मैम।
मैम सर, मैम बस 1 सेक।
कुनाल सर,
So, all the guests listening to me, we have a very, very special segment lined up for you. So, taking your seats, everybody, taking your seats as you're about to begin with the proceedings. So, let's listen and quickly taking your seats as you're about to begin.
welcome so much. I should say that I'm not from the
Very well, thank you. All well. Kunal, many comments. Many comments. How are you? Very lovely as well. Looking forward. See you soon. Thank you. Pleasure. Yes. Yes. Hi, Soha. Hello, what's up? Good to see you. I must tell you. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Something on
चलो तो चलते हैं यही पता चल बहुत चला
So welcome Soha, welcome Kunal. And I think I have to say you are the first authors in the new revamped Crossword flagship store. So it's a real privilege to have you guys here.
Mobile, sit down. Mobile.
It's not audible. Hello. Okay. So I was just saying that Soha and Kunal are the first authors in the new revamped store. So please give them a big round of applause. This has been an iconic flagship store for Crossword, and we've had so many authors visit here. I think you've also previously launched your book here before. So now that we revamp and launch it, this is actually our 75th store, and it ties in well with 75 years of independence. So it's a great occasion to be, and we're so happy to launch our store with you launching your book. And we'll talk more about this book going ahead.
But I'm just feeling so happy and weird because when I was growing up, I thought I could be many things, but author was never one of those ideas that I had. And now I just feel so happy to be here and be launching this book in this like historic venue. And it's feeling a bit surreal. I wasn't prepared for this, but I'm very happy that I'm here. Improvise.
Of course, I grew up a very long time ago where there wasn't so much screen time, and we didn't have iPads, we didn't have mobile phones, certainly. So we were encouraged to read. And as you said, everybody in my family, my memories of my father are all of him lying down on his, takht where he used to sit and reading newspapers, reading magazines, reading books all the time. My mother also really enjoyed reading. My brother, as you said, continues to read today. He's rarely seen, at the airport without a book. So I think we were all encouraged to read, my sister included. We all had different genres. My mother loved thrillers and murder mysteries. My sister loved romance novels. So all of us had different choices when it came to books that we read, but we were always reading. And today, how you say no phones allowed at the dining table, it used to be no books allowed at the dining table because that was when we would talk to each other as a family.
Great. And how do you keep this legacy going ahead with now being parents, right? Do you encourage your children to read, or how do you develop that habit?
Well, I for one never liked reading. Not in my school books. I was forced to read them. I used to like to look at pictures, and that's why I had comics. The only thing aside from books that I wanted to read was the menu, so that I knew what I was eating, because I couldn't actually look at the pictures. But I developed, I won't say a passion, but I started enjoying reading when I was in my teens. I wasn't much of a reader, but of course after I met her and I saw the extensive library that was there, so I said, "Mera bhi kuch contribution hona chahiye." So I started reading a few more. But Inaya, she just loves to, although she can't read, she just now started stringing words together and pronouncing them. But she just wants, her morning begins with telling me a story, read me a book. She loves to look at the pictures also, but now she's so, because she reads those couple of books again and again, she knows exactly what the story is. So if I try to cheat, because before bedtime she often will pick up a book which is very long, so I would try to do my own version and I just run through it, and she'll be like, "No, where did that go? This never happened." So I think I started reading a lot more now because I read to her, and that's something that Soha has inculcated in her, and I'm very happy because she's one kid who enjoys reading or looking at a book more than she does, in front of an iPad or on the television.
I have to say, Kunal, you're doing a great job being a dad, and you need a high five for that.
How do you know?
From Instagram, and I don't know if you know.
Doing a great job marketing the fact that I'm being a dad.
See the mother voice.
We are exactly like how you see us on Instagram. I only have a right profile.
No, but I don't know if you know, you started a trend of fathers talking to their daughters in gibberish. So that's all kudos to you. So I do that with my daughter as well. So yeah. So and what about you? How are you? What's your plans for your daughter when it comes to books and reading?
I have now stopped making plans for her ever since she developed a mind of her own. Because whatever I plan, she will have a different plan. So I've become very wise, and I am allowing her to take the lead on most things. Not everything, but I think because from a young age, we were reading to her, like you're told, of course, as a new parent, you do everything by the book, literally. And they tell you to read to your child when they're in the womb and play classical music. And Kunal used to play the guitar and sing to her. So we started from a young age, leaving books lying around, letting her, make selections, etc. So she was always surrounded by a lot of literature. In terms of plans for the future, I continue to encourage reading. Now she's of course allowed screen time and enjoys that as well. So there's a good balance. And because we started early, I think she already has a love for books. So we don't have to start at a later stage. And of course, those rituals like bedtime reading. And that's actually why we wrote a story like this, because we thought it was the perfect length and the perfect kind of book to read to your child at bedtime.
What do bookstores mean to you all? I mean, as celebrities, do you really get to go out visit bookstores? I mean, here, whenever you want to come, we'll let our manager know, let you know when are the lean hours, and you can come and really enjoy and browse the books. Not like the scene today, but yes. So do you get to visit bookstores? What do bookstores mean to you all?
I love going to a bookstore or even a library, and we didn't have that opportunity for a long time, especially during the lockdown. And the whole idea of coming, and now what I love about especially Crossword here and some other bookstores is that they are more than just going in and buying a book. It's an experience. You have a coffee shop, you have interactive corners, you have a place, a cozy corner to read. So you can really make an experience out of it, which is lovely. You can browse books, you don't have to buy every book. So I like that. And again, as someone who's enjoyed reading and writing, I do enjoy being in a bookstore, and in our suburb, in that regard. We're often at bookstores. And again, it's just yesterday I took him out to a bookstore. And we spent an hour there. Again, sat in the corner, read some books, made some purchases. So it was a lovely way to spend some time.
That's so nice to know. And what have been some of your favorite books, all-time favorite books that you
I
can
saw mine, The Kite Runner. That was actually one of my favorite books, and one of the, not the first few, but the ones that I remember. The Kite Runner is definitely one of my favorite books.
What about you?
It's hard to choose a favorite, but the books that stay with you for a long time, like anything written by Julian Barnes, like Sense of an Ending, or there's an author called Kemmu, so he wrote Saturday. There's a book called Freedom by Jonathan Franzen that I remember when Kunal was asleep. I didn't want to disturb him, so I used to go into the bathroom and read the book. It's a fat book, and when it was getting towards the end, and it ended, I was crying in the bathroom and thinking this is such a bizarre experience, but there are books that move you and stay with you for a long time. So Jonathan Franzen and Freedom is one of those.
From a childhood, what do you remember reading, or some character that you remember from the book from your childhood, so that's always stayed with you?
We read about Little Lightning growing up, and I mean, when I was reading myself, there was Nancy Drew, there was Judy Blume,
Chacha Chaudhary also Bollywood. I know these names also.
lots, but Little Lightning, I think she was so, wrote so much. Even today, I read some of them, and some of them are quite strict. Some of the stories are quite strict, but I think that they're good lessons for children.
Since you're from the film world, I have to ask you this, the classic question, the book or the film, right? But it's always been, the answer to that has always been the book, maybe some exceptions, but the films are really, maybe like The Godfather, I don't know. So, what are some of the films that you felt you enjoyed the book better than the film?
I think when you read a book, because your imagination is limitless and you imagine the characters the way that you do it, and sometimes you feel let down when you see the movie because it's not your vision. But for example, when the Harry Potter movies came out, I really enjoyed them, although I loved the books as well. But I wanted to see them. Those were incredible experiences to see, like you said, The Godfather. There's so many incredible movies as well where you don't even realize that they're actually adapted from literature. Like Fight Club and others. So there's a lot. Again, I think why people enjoy books, especially people who enjoy reading, is because there's no
your own imagination.
Exactly.
Great. So your book, it looks beautiful, and why not we start by revealing the cover for everyone?
We haven't seen the book ourselves or touched it as yet.
So this will be a great occasion.
बैठ जाइए मैडम प्लीज. Sir, look here. Okay, guys.
I told you that Soha introduced books and reading to Naya. So I used to ask her to pick 3 different characters, and I would try and make up a story, and she used to always do this. And the only difference was because there was no book to refer to. So this was actually the birth of that, the book came through that, because I told her this story similar to this, and she asked me how Bobo or how Inni. And I just thought that it would be nice to be able to have a book that she could look at pictures, because she can't do for herself right now. And that's how we came about this idea, and I discussed it with Soha, and I said, should we write a book for children? She said, sure. And that's how it actually started. I'm very happy that we did it. I'm very excited to read this book back because we don't have a book. So tonight I'm going to read this book. So I'm very happy because now she has a book and something to look at when she plays this film.
I was in the same thing, so the whole reason to get this book out.
Yes, I mean, don't think I ever would have thought of writing a fictional story. And the birth of this was really because, as I said, I used to read to a man from books of fictions which he could create from his imagination. And he thought that was wonderful. And the visual reference was something which he was looking for. And so that's where the concept came about, and then we sort of wrote a skeleton to it. And I fleshed it out a little bit, and we really did write it together. And it sort of went from there. We thought that this is the story of a young girl and her daughter Bobby. And it's limitless in terms of stories, in terms of the relationship, in terms of the empathy that you get from the book, in terms of the lessons that you can share with people, in terms of the emotions that it taps into. So we thought that this is a wonderful thing to be able to share, and truly inspired by, of course, and as you said, animals.
Ella is also a pet lover.
She is a pet lover to the point where she thinks Red Riding Hood is a tragedy because the wolf was made. And she just doesn't like, she's always sympathizing with the animals. She's like, grandmother, Red Riding Hood, please, why is this wolf very hungry? Why are they in the forest? It's his place.
So nice to hear. Okay, so I think the children are waiting for the book reading. So before that, let's have a photo of the cover of the book.
मैडम बैठ जाइए थैंक यू
Thank you so much.
Some had short hair, some had long ears, some had short ears, some had long tails, and some had short tails, and some had curly-whirly tails like jalebis, and some had no tails at all. But the one thing they had in common was that they all loved the scruffy little puppy. They looked after him and shared their treats with him when they saw that he was too shy to get his own. They taught him how to bark when he needed something, but most of all, they let him cuddle up to them when he had trouble falling asleep at night. Now one fine day, a white car drove up outside the center, and a family stepped out. First a mama, a papa, and then a little girl in a blue dress with a white sash and two plats. Her name was Inni. Before her parents could stop her, she ran off towards the center, towards the entrance of the center, towards the sounds of dogs barking. She was very excited because they were here to adopt a dog and give it a forever home. Mama and Papa wanted her to choose the puppy that she liked the most. Little Inni was so happy to see so many dogs and puppies all at once that she started to jump up and down. The poochers were also thrilled to see the little girl, and they too jumped up and down, barking gleefully, woof woof. Some of the younger ones started running around in circles, chasing their own tails, which is what dogs do when they're really excited, you know. Papa took hold of Inni's hand as they walked to the fence behind which the dogs were kept. Inni crouched down and stared in wide-eyed wonder at the bundles of joy inside. So which one is it going to be? Mama asked. Just then, a little light brown pup jumped up and licked Inni's nose through the fence. "He's tickling me!" Inni squealed with delight and laughed loudly. "I want to take them all," she said with a glint in her eyes, "clean and play with them. It takes a lot of time." Inni looked again at the puppies and thought long and hard about what Papa was saying. Mama added, "That is why we want you to find the one you can." He started to and held him close to her. His heart was beating so loudly in his chest, she was sure she could hear it. As Mama and Papa walked up to her, Inni said, "He looks scared."
मैं बहुत पहले आती थी जब पढ़ाई करती थी ग्रैंड मेडिकल कॉलेज में, तो ये ऐसी जगह थी जब मुझे थोड़ा भी टाइम मिलता था तो मैं यहाँ आके बैठ जाती थी और किताबें खरीदती थी, पढ़ती थी. तो ये जब अब वापस से खुला है तो इट ब्रिंग्स बैक अ लॉट ऑफ मेमोरीज़. मुझे बहुत मेरी यादें ताज़ा हो गई है और वेल इट्स अ ब्यूटीफुल एक्सपीरियंस. सो आई इनवाइट एवरीबडी टू कम एंड एक्सपीरियंस दिस बुक स्टोर.
पसंद आती है?
मैं पहले बचपन से ही काफ़ी बुक्स पढ़ते आई हूँ, तो पहले मुझे फ़िक्शन पसंद आता था, लेकिन अब मेरा जो जॉनर है पढ़ने का वो चेंज हो गया है। तो अब मुझे ज़्यादा करके साइकोलॉजी बुक्स या सेल्फ़ इम्प्रूवमेंट बुक्स या माइंड के बारे में कोई बुक्स हो तो वो पढ़ने में बहुत मज़ा आता है।
आज कौन सी बुक आप देखने वाली है या फिर पसंद करने वाली है?
मैंने आज ये 2 बुक्स एक्चुअली मुझे ख़रीदनी है। एक तो सोहा की है जो मेरे लिस्ट पे थी, लेकिन मैं बुक स्टोर नहीं गई थी तो मैंने नहीं ख़रीदी, और ये एक बहुत पुरानी बुक है लेकिन मैंने नहीं पढ़ी है, तो ये 2 बुक्स मैं आज ख़रीदने वाली हूँ। थैंक यू।
एक बहुत ही जाना माना ब्रांड भी है एंड वी ऑल नो कि काफ़ी लंबे समय से आ रहा है।
जी।
तो यहाँ से आपकी कोई एक फॉन्ड मेमोरीज जो आप अगर हमारे साथ शेयर कर सकते हैं?
एक फॉन्ड मेमोरी ऐसी है कि एक बार मैंने कुछ काम किया हुआ था, तो द पेचेक हैड जस्ट कम, दिस राइट इन द बिगिनिंग, जब मैंने शुरुआत की थी मॉडलिंग की, और तभी एज एन इंटर्न हमें उतना पैसा नहीं मिलता था, लेकिन मॉडलिंग में मिल गया था, तो मैंने उसमें से आधा पैसा बुक्स पे स्पेंड किया था इसी स्टोर में, तो वो याद मेरे जहन में है।
Anything that you would like your children to, you know, kind of take from you as a child?
आई थिंक जो किताबें पढ़ते हैं दे आर पीपल हु बोरो विजडम फ्रॉम अदर्स, तो ये सीख जो है ये मैं मेरे बच्चों में इनकलकेट मैंने ट्राई किया है करने का। माई डॉटर इज़ अ रीडर, माई सन इज़ नॉट दैट बिग अ रीडर, लेकिन मैं होप मेरी चाह यही है कि वो एक दिन ही बिकम्स अ रीडर, बट माई डॉटर इज़ एन एविड रीडर। थैंक यू। थैंक यू।
We're very excited. We're here at Crossword in Kemp's Corner and we are launching our book, which is called Inni and Bobo. Kunal and I have written it together.
Which is only available here till the 25th, and from the 25th of April is available online and all the other bookstores.
अच्छा, आपकी बुक है, इसका एक कैरेक्टर है जिसका नाम इन्नी है, क्या ये चीज़ आपके अपनी बेटी से इंस्पायर होकर आपने इसका नाम डाला?
बिल्कुल उसी से इंस्पायर हुई है। मैं उसे कहानियाँ सुनाता था, और इस किताब का और इस आइडिया का जन्म भी तभी हुआ था जब मैं उसे एक ऐसी कहानी सुना रहा था, और उसने कहा कि बाकी किताबों की तरह वो इन किरदारों को देख नहीं सकती थी क्योंकि ये बुक नहीं थी। तब हमें आइडिया आया कि हमें एक बुक बनानी चाहिए, तो डेफिनेटली इट्स इंस्पायर्ड बाय हर।
ओके, कहानी में एनिमल लव एंड कैसे आप अडॉप्ट करें एंड नॉट टू बाय देम, ये एक छोटा सा इसमें मॉरल भी है, एंड हाउ दिस आइडिया केम इनटू योर हेड?
Actually, the idea came from Kunal.
No.
The idea was क्योंकि इनाया actually को बहुत प्यार है जानवरों से, and especially we wanted to encourage the idea of adopt and don't shop, because there are lots of animals that are looking for homes. So instead of buying, you can actually give them a home. And this character, like our daughter, loves all animals, and so it's inspired by that as well.
Did Inaya read this book?
नो, दिस इज़ द फर्स्ट कॉपी। आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड कि आज रात को उसको जाके फोटोज़ के साथ दिखाऊंगा। उसने कहानी तो सुनी हुई है बिकॉज आई narrated this story to her a couple of times, but today is the first time that she look at the pictures also.
How is her reaction to it?
That's what we have to see.
अभी तक उन्होंने ये पिक्चर बुक नहीं देखा है. She's just heard the story.
चाइल्डहुड की बात करें तो आप लोगों का चाइल्डहुड कैसा था? कुछ बताना चाहें?
बहुत लंबा सा.
अलग था या सीधे ऐसा चाइल्ड आर्टिस्ट?
I don't know. See, I can मेरा बचपना बिल्कुल वैसा ही था जैसे मैं इनके बच्चों का था. नॉर्मल अपब्रिंगिंग थी. तब जब एक्टिंग करते थे वो एक हॉबी थी, लेकिन उसके अलावा बाकी लाइफस्टाइल बिल्कुल वैसा था. सभी दोस्तों के साथ शाम को क्रिकेट खेलना या लंगड़ी खेलना या खो खो खेलना, जस्ट नॉर्मल रेगुलर चाइल्डहुड.
आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
मेरा भी चाइल्डहुड बहुत ही नॉर्मल और रेगुलर था जैसे हमारे आसपास के लोग थे, और मैं जानती हूँ कि कुछ प्रिविलेज था हमारे लाइफ में, बट आई डोंट थिंक आवर पेरेंट्स एवर मेड अस अवेयर ऑफ दैट. काफ़ी डिसिप्लिन था हमारे घर में, किताबें पढ़ने का बहुत शौक़ था, कहानी सुनाने का बहुत शौक़ था. हम इतने बॉलीवुड से एक्सपोज नहीं थे क्योंकि हम शायद दिल्ली में रहते थे, एंड एजुकेशन वाज ऑलवेज अ प्रायोरिटी. आई रिमेंबर विनिंग ए शूलेस टाइंग कॉम्पिटिशन जब मैं 5 साल की थी. दैट वाज अ बिग मोमेंट इन माई लाइफ.
आई रिमेंबर विनिंग बेस्ट इन स्पोर्ट्स इन माई क्लास. जब मैं कुछ 5 गोल्ड मेडल और 2 सिल्वर मेडल जीता था तो मुझे लगा था भाई कर ली दुनिया मुट्ठी में.
Last two more questions, guys.
हो गया
Thank you.
Thank you.